a mixture of storm clouds and then the sun shining on clouds. First, we'll take a look at the palette today. Okay, the brushes I'll be using today. This first brush is a Langnickel Royal Sable, number 44. It's about an inch wide. I use this brush quite a bit. It's a very soft brush. This next brush is another Langnickel Royal Sable. It's a number 12 and it's about 3/8 inches wide. Since we're doing a sky, you usually don't use too many small brushes. Let's look at our palette today. This is titanium white, ultramarine blue, permanent red medium. This is cad lemon yellow. I'll be using a couple of grays today. I mix ivory black and white together. I make a dark gray and then I make a light gray. And this is my medium. You can open up our medium video to learn how to make this medium. Okay, we'll draw sort of a southwestern landscape here with some mesas that are just terracing down. Basically, the sky will fill the entire painting. What I do is I cut the blue out of my sky first. I use ultramarine blue and some of my light gray color, and that sort of neutralizes the blue, and so it's not so saturated. Saturation means bright, like bright red or bright yellow. So you can see how I've cut my blue into my sky here, and you can even see how the clouds are starting to develop. Okay, now I'm going to do the ground. This is going to be real simple because I'm just using this ground as the bottom of the clouds, and I'm just using my darker gray color. Now I'll mix the darkest part of the clouds. That'll be ultramarine blue, permanent red medium, and white. And I'll put a little gray in that as well. Makes kind of a purple color. I can see I need to make my ground darker, so I'll make my ground darker here in a second. I'll go ahead and put this on. So this is my darkest part of the cloud, and this will actually be cut down a little bit with white, as you can see here. A little bit too dark. So I'll just put a little white in there and knock that down a bit. I need to make this ground darker, so I'll just put some more of the gray in there. So you can see the value change between the ground and the sky. Okay, that'll work. Next color I'll mix up is my transition from the dark part of the clouds to the light part of the clouds, and that'll have permanent red medium in it. Basically, permanent red medium is cad red, so if you have cadmium red, just use that. So I'll go ahead and fill in this whole area where the clouds are, and then I'll put my highlights on top of the red. Okay, now I'll merge the darkest part of the cloud with this lighter color where the light from the sun is starting to hit these clouds. So you can see how we pull these darker colors and lighter colors together. Starts defining the sky. Now that I'm going from my cool blue color in the sky to the warmer red color in the sky, now I'll put on the warmest color yet. I'll put some yellow with white and a little bit of the gray in it. I'll just put this in the areas where the light is striking the clouds, kind of a New Mexico cumulus cloud. Okay, so I lay in my yellow on top of the red, and then I'll merge those two together. What you want in here is some hard edges and some soft edges. So we'll leave some of the hard edges, and we'll soften some of the edges too. Just watch how I move my brush. Let's do this in slow motion now, and I'll show you how these brush strokes work. It's very simple. Clouds are much simpler than people think. Most of the time clouds are not white. They have warm colors and cool colors in them, which means they go all the way from blue to red to yellow. They're basically reflecting all the colors that are on the earth and in the sky. Clouds are an accumulation of water droplets, so it's similar to how water reflects like a mirror. Water droplets in the sky are reflecting all the colors around it, which is, of course, a full rainbow of colors. You could leave the sky just like this. It'd be much redder. I actually would like it to be a little more toward the yellow side, so I'm going to add some more yellow and white to it. Okay, now I'm just going to put the yellow and white, a little bit of the gray, right on top of my red. That'll create a nice merger between the red and the yellow. Just soften the edges to bring the colors together. Most clouds have more soft edges than hard edges, but I do want a few little hard edges in there, so I'll put a little of the white and yellow mixture in there to create the harder edge. Okay, that wraps it up. Painting clouds with a lot of color in them. Thanks for watching.